Every single character in Jujutsu Kaisen is fighting for something. But what exactly? Today, we're breaking down the goals of every major character in JJK. Spoiler warning for the manga. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the students and faculty of Tokyo Jujutsu High. Yuji Itadori's goal is simple and profound. He wants to give people a proper death. This comes from his grandfather's last words, "Die surrounded by people." After the Shibuya incident, racked with guilt over Sukuna's rampage, he saw himself as a cog meant to exorcise curses. But his core belief remains: save people so they can die properly, surrounded by loved ones. His ultimate mission is to save Megumi and kill Sukuna for good. Megumi Fushiguro, the stoic deuteragonist, wants to save good people, even if it's unfair. He's not a hero, he's a jujutsu sorcerer. This philosophy stems from his desire to protect people like his stepsister Tsumiki, who was cursed despite being a kind person. He saved Yuji because he didn't want to see a good person die, a selfish decision he fully accepts. Nobara Kujisaki's goal is to be unapologetically herself. She left her small village for Tokyo, not just for the city life, but to escape the conformity and live on her own terms. She's determined to stay true to her own strength and femininity, refusing to be anything other than Nobara Kujisaki, the Jujutsu sorcerer. The strongest sorcerer alive, Satoru Gojo, has one goal: to reform the corrupt Jujutsu world. He knows killing the higher-ups is a temporary fix. Instead, he became a teacher to foster a new generation of powerful, intelligent sorcerers like Yuji, Megumi, and Yuta, who can change the system from the bottom up. Yuta Okotsu's initial goal was just to feel like he deserved to live. Now, his purpose is clear: to have the strength to protect the people he cares about. He's driven by a deep love for his friends, and that love fuels his immense, terrifying power. Maki Zenin's goal began as a desire to prove her family wrong. Born without cursed energy, she wanted to become a great sorcerer and clan head. But after her family's betrayal and her sister Mai's death, her goal became pure destruction. She returned to the Zenin clan and annihilated them, fulfilling Mai's last wish: destroy it all. Now for the villains, whose ambitions are just as world-shaking. King of Curses, Ryomen Sukuna, has no grand ambition. He lives for his own pleasure. He is a being of pure hedonism who finds amusement in the suffering of the weak and the challenge of the strong. His only goal is to indulge his every whim, making him the ultimate agent of chaos. The ancient sorcerer Kenjaku has a goal 1,000 years in the making: to optimize cursed energy and force the evolution of humanity. He wants to merge all of humanity with Tengen to create a new chaotic being, simply because it seems fun. He is the grand manipulator, the architect of the entire series conflict. Before Kenjaku stole his body, Suguru Geto's goal was to create a world with only jujutsu sorcerers. Disgusted by the ignorance and weakness of non-sorcerers or monkeys, he sought to eliminate them entirely, believing it would end the creation of curses. A tragic fall for one of the world's strongest. The culling game introduced a whole new cast of players with their own twisted goals. The suspended third year, Kinji Hakari, is obsessed with fever or passion. His goal is to get the Jujutsu High authorities to recognize his modern cursed technique and, on a grander scale, to manipulate the collective fever of all of Japan. He runs a fight club, and his entire technique is a gambling-themed domain expansion, proving his commitment to the thrill. Hiromi Higuruma was a brilliant defense attorney who lost faith in the justice system. After gaining a cursed technique, his goal became to dispense his own form of justice through his deadly domain expansion, deadly sentencing. He initially sought to punish himself for his perceived failures, but eventually found a new purpose in helping Yuji and fighting for a just cause. An ancient sorcerer from 400 years ago, Hajime Kashimo has one simple, brutal goal: to fight and defeat the strongest person alive. He spent his first life unchallenged and made a deal with Kenjaku to be reincarnated in an era with stronger opponents. His entire existence is dedicated to finding an equal, a search that led him straight to Sukuna. Hanakurusu is the vessel for the ancient sorcerer known as Angel. Their shared goal is to hunt down and extinguish all reincarnated sorcerers, but especially the one they call the disgraced one Sukuna. Angel's technique can nullify any curse technique, making her a key player in the plan to free Gojo and defeat the King of Curses. The immortal barrier master, Tengen, has one primary goal: to maintain the barriers that protect the Jujutsu world. However, after failing to merge with a star plasma vessel, Tengen's evolution became a threat. Their goal shifted to merging with humanity to create a stable existence, a plan Kenjaku hijacked for his own chaotic ends. Ancient sorcerer with ice-based powers has a goal that has remained unchanged for 1,000 years: to serve Ryomen Sukuna. Their loyalty is absolute. Every action they take, from aligning with Kenjaku to preparing Sukuna's bath, is in service of their master's revival and pleasure. As a cursed womb, death painting, Choso's entire existence is dedicated to his brothers. Initially, this meant avenging the deaths of Aso and Kechizu by killing Yuji. But after a vision revealed that Yuji is also his brother, thanks to Kenjaku's body hopping, his goal flipped. He became Yuji's most devoted protector, an older brother willing to die to ensure his younger brother lives. Toji Fushiguro, the sorcerer killer, was driven by pure spite. Born into the Zenin clan with zero cursed energy, he was ostracized and abused. His goal became to tear down the Jujutsu society that rejected him by proving that raw physical power without a drop of cursed energy could defeat even the strongest sorcerers. He was a force of nature, a man who spat in the face of tradition. Kento Nanami was the ultimate realist. He left the Jujutsu world for the corporate world, only to return when he realized that saving lives, even in a thankless job, was more fulfilling. His goal was to be a responsible adult, to do his part in protecting people, and to one day retire peacefully in Malaysia. His tragic death was a brutal reminder of the cost of being a sorcerer. One of only 4 special-grade sorcerers, Yuki Tsukumo had a radical goal: to eradicate cursed energy from humanity entirely. She believed this was the next stage of human evolution, and the only true way to end the threat of curses. Her research into this post-humanity put her in direct opposition to Kenjaku, leading to a climactic and fatal confrontation. Mai Zenin never wanted to be a powerful sorcerer. Her simple, tragic goal was to live a normal, peaceful life with her sister, Maki. She resented Maki for leaving her behind in the toxic Zenin clan. In her final moments, she sacrificed herself to unlock Maki's full potential, creating a cursed tool from her own body and giving her sister the power to fulfill her own destiny. Panda isn't a panda. He's an abrupt, mutated, cursed corpse created by Principal Yaga. He has 3 cores: his balanced panda brother, his shy gorilla sister, and himself. Panda's goal is deeply personal: to live and be accepted as himself, a panda. He carries the feelings and memories of his siblings within him, and his fight is to protect the place where he and his unique family belong, Jujutsu High. Toge Inumaki is a second-year student who wields the powerful and dangerous curse speech technique. Because his words are imbued with cursed energy, he can't speak normally and instead uses rice ball ingredients as a way to communicate safely. His goal is to use his powerful ability to protect his friends and fellow sorcerers. He's a kind and caring individual who carries the burden of his power responsibly, always putting the safety of others first. Kasumi Miwa is a kind-hearted and hard-working student from Kyoto Jujutsu High. Coming from a poor family, her initial motivation for becoming a sorcerer was to earn money to support her younger brothers. However, her goal evolves into a simple, earnest desire to be useful. She's a huge fan of Satoru Gojo and strives to become a sorcerer who can stand proudly alongside her comrades. As the heir to the Kamo clan, one of the three great sorcerer families, Noritoshi Kamo's goal is to uphold his family's name and traditions. He is a serious and dedicated individual who feels the weight of his responsibilities. He initially clashes with Megumi and the Tokyo students, but eventually comes to respect them, showing a willingness to adapt and fight for the greater good of the Jujutsu world. Mahito, the Patchwork Curse, is one of the most sadistic villains in the series. Born from humanity's hatred and fear of each other, his goal is to live according to his nature, which means indulging in the manipulation and destruction of human souls. He sees humans as his playthings, and his technique, idle transfiguration, allows him to reshape their very being. His entire existence is a cruel game, and his ultimate pleasure comes from tormenting Yuji Itadori. The epitome of the Zenin clan's toxic ideals, Naoya Zenin was a misogynistic, arrogant sorcerer whose only goal was to become the 27th head of the clan. He believed he was destined for the role and looked down on everyone, especially Maki and Mai. His obsession with power and tradition led him to hunt down Megumi, and even after being killed by Maki, he returned as a vengeful, cursed spirit, unable to let go of his pride. Naoya wasn't alone. The old guard of the Zenin clan, including his father Naobito, and Maki and Mai's father Ogi, shared a single rotten goal: to uphold the clan's traditions at any cost. This meant valuing powerful curse techniques above all else, and casting out anyone who didn't meet their standards, including their own children. Their obsession with maintaining the status quo is what made the clan so corrupt and ultimately led to its destruction at Maki's hands. Another reincarnated sorcerer, Ryu Ishigori, had a simple yet profound goal: to find satisfaction. He felt his life was unfulfilled, like a meal without dessert. As a culling game player with the highest cursed energy output in the Sendai colony, he sought a worthy opponent who could give him that final, satisfying course. He found it in Yutao Kotsu, and in the end, died content. Takako Uro was the captain of an elite assassination squad in the Heian era. Betrayed and framed for a crime she didn't commit, she was executed while being told she was no one. Reincarnated for the culling game, her goal was to reclaim her identity and purpose. She fought to understand why she was betrayed and to feel like herself again, a ghost fighting for a past she couldn't let go of. And now for the wildest card in the culling game, Fumihiko Takaba, a failed comedian who awakened a cursed technique. His goal is the purest in the series. He just wants to make people laugh. His technique, comedian, is a reality-warping power that makes anything he finds funny come true. It's so absurdly powerful that it even stumped Kenjaku. Takaba is proof that in the grim world of Jujutsu Kaisen, laughter can be the strongest curse of all. And there you have it. From Yuji's promise to die surrounded by people, to Sukuna's complete lack of any goal at all, every character in Jujutsu Kaisen is driven by something powerful. It's what makes this series so incredible. Let me know in the comments which character's goal resonates with you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Until next time, stay cursed.